And you also talked about substantia nigra and dopamine.
Substantia.
So the dopamine is one of the neurotransmitters.
Okay.
Okay. So just like serotonin or acetylcholine. Okay. So you have some neurotransmitters.
These are chemicals.
These are chemicals where the nerve has something called as a synapse. Okay.
So the connection point.
One neuron connecting, one branch of neuron connecting to another branch of neuron. So in that synapse, when you have this neurochemicals released in that, you can either have a positive signal which gets progressed or a negative feedback. Either you get a positive or negative feedback.
Okay.
So dopamine is more of a positive feedback neurotransmitter.
Okay.
So with dopamine, what happens is when you do a particular activity, perform a particular activity, and if you do it well, I mean you finish it.
Okay.
To its completion.
Yeah.
Then this dopamine gets secreted more and more. So it gets a positive feedback.
Okay.
That is the reason you get a high when you do a particular activity, which to your satisfaction.
Yeah.
So you say jog or you run for your 10K or a 5K.
Yeah.
Or you perform a mental task, which is very difficult. You get a high. That's because that many neurotransmitters of dopamine is being released. To do a particular task. So that task is a little difficult. That's why that transmitters are getting released that much. That's why you feel that high.
Okay.
So it's a positive feedback it's a positive neurotransmitter basically.
This addiction to dopamine.
Correct. So what happens is sometimes we do have other sets of neurons which we don't know what exactly they're called because we're not yet clear about it. We talk about mirror neurons in neuroscience terminology. So we feel empathy. Say for example, you are hurt. We feel empathy. You also feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Or your particular superstar or your like say Ronaldo. Okay, is scored a goal and he has won a particular this game. So you feel good about it.
Yeah.
As if you have done the thing. So these are basically, we don't know exactly which particular neurons are active in this, but we generally call them mirror neurons.
Okay.
So with this, what happens is indirectly also the neurotransmitters get released. You have not done that activity at all.
Yeah.
You have not done the physical activity of actually going and kicking and making a goal.
Yeah.
But still you feel a high because you empathize with that guy. So this is basically a dopamine surge, which you get indirectly as well. And this is exactly the main thing about forming habits as well.
Okay.
So there are situations, there are chemical, like say smoking is one. Smoking will give you that high. Okay. So that's why you get hooked to it because you get a good feedback. Okay.
Okay.
And in smoking, it is not dopamine, but it is something else. Nicotine, basically. Nicotine gives you the high through acetylcholine. In the sense, it again is a positive neurotransmitter, which gives you a positive depolarization. So that's the reason why you get hooked to it. Similarly, some other drugs which give you that high, again cause the same thing. They increase the neurotransmitter levels, giving you this thing.
Okay.
So that's why habits are created. And the same way, you can actually develop a good habit where you can actually do a particular activity, and then you get that high.
Yeah.
Like in running. So when you do that, you get a high, and then you get hooked to running.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are there who are real, like crazy.
I have a friend who is very crazy about it.
That's because they always get a high when they do the running part.
Yeah.
So it's better to form better habit forming rather than a negative forming basically.